Hey y'all, welcome in. If you are new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the past, present, or the future. Just take the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. And if you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Quick note, I did a post on the community board. I am going live today at 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Okay, so check your local time. Hope that y'all can make it. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway. So the giveaway is going to be... I want to say it's probably going to include, because normally I would do the giveaway like having people comment after the video, but we're going to do the giveaway during the live, and it's going to be for everybody that's participating in the chat. Okay, and I'm only doing like maybe 2 or 3 slots, so be there or be square. All right, let's jump in because I have a client in about, I don't know, 45 minutes. Thought I'd throw a video up first. Collective Divine Feminine, you're out here, and it's real interesting because I feel like a choice is being like a choice. There's a choice that you are making or needing to make. There's some exposure of, because this is, I'm using the deck that has my environmental cards, so it feels like initially when I laid the cards down, I can definitely tell that all of this stuff, your back is turned to it. You're not even paying attention to it. It could have something to do with an environment. It doesn't necessarily have to be a home. It can be a home. It could be you know, a place of business. It could be like your job or something, or an environment that you no longer feel like drawn to. I heard magnetized, but I'm not really sure how that relates here. But I feel like there's something here that you're just, I don't know, like you're just no longer interested in putting any effort into, because you can see that there's either no change. It's being illuminated to you that there's no change here, or you're not moving into a new cycle while you're still in this environment. Okay. Yeah. So wherever this is, oh, I love how these cards, the Sun to the 7 of Cups. So if there had been some confusion or delusion, this energy kind of, it is this is whatever this is, it is tied to something from a past experience, or because this over here is somebody being unable to part with the past or memories of the past, even though the memories of the past aren't even they're not even fond memories. So that's being illuminated to you, and here you're turning your back on things from the past that you've already kind of moved on from. If you are choosing not to put any more effort into it, it's largely because it doesn't feel secure, and it doesn't even feel secure in the first place. Another energy that I'm getting to is, it's kind of like in these environments there are other people. This kind of feels like the other people, and it's like you're being shown something about these people, because it's not just the environment. While I do now, I have 2 cards out here that kind of talk about the environment, but it's not just the environment, it's the people that are in the environment. This is something that you're kind of reflecting on, or you're being shown. Okay. And I think intuitively you already can see, because the other people that are in this environment, I also feel like they are part of the problem. And I'm using the word problem for lack of a better word. Just, I see a problem. Okay. Well, let's keep going. Oh, this is good. Okay. This is loaded, and I'm saying it's loaded because I see a bunch of other things going on here. But I'll talk about all of them. So, this feels like you, okay, because this could be you reflecting on the past and you seeing how much, I think this is kind of similar to yesterday's reading. I'm using a whole different deck of cards. But this feels like you turning your back on something because intuitively you can kind of see, like, I heard, where is the love? Because the environment that you're in, I love how these cards are tied. The environment that you're in, it definitely feels like a loveless environment. It doesn't feel like it's emotionally supportive to you. And intuitively, I feel like it's kind of like you know what you need to do, but there's action that needs to be taken, right? I think you've spent a lot of time. I think you've spent a lot of time thinking about whether or not to stay where you are. And I don't even have the Two of Wands out here because, Two of Wands is like, do I stay or do I go? I don't even have that out here, but the energy kind of feels like that part, the thought process has kind of dominated your headspace for some time, because it's like what you feel. So say you got love for people, you show up for folks, you're supportive and whatever, right? But you may feel like the people that are around you, or the people in this particular environment, aren't really like rooting for you the same way that you generally show up for them. I literally don't know what this is. But I feel like there's something that's happening right now, because I'm not using like my usual spread, I'm just throwing cards. But this kind of feels like the illumination of you being able to see the difference between how you show up and how other people show up for you. And so I am getting an energy of displeasure, because this almost feels like once it all kind of clicks for you and you start to like line everything up and you're like, wait, then this is the end result where you're like, you know what, I don't really like the way that this feels. I don't like the way that it feels. And so I'm going to stop focusing my energy here on this situation or these people or this environment. And I think I'm going to start focusing more on myself. Yes, you're looking towards something new. You're not looking at the past. You're not focused on the past. This is directly connected to you. I feel like you're moving towards something that feels more in alignment with what you want. At least there's a really weird conflicting energy here, because I think it kind of revolves around, there are a lot of feelings out here. It revolves around somebody's feelings. There's a lot of feelings out here. And the other thing is too, wow, that's crazy. So even in the environment that you're in, it may have been, because I feel like this is you over here as Queen of Pentacles. This is you. Male or female? Okay, so in this corner, in this quadrant, it feels like you taking like if you were to take action towards this situation, this definitely feels like, if you spent, it's like you spend a lot of time trying to invest in, this particular situation, whether it's work or home or whatever this is. You spent a considerable amount of time trying to, work at it, right? To build a foundation. Because essentially, I'm always going to talk about because that's really what a lot of this is. Our relationships are, they have to be based on some type of foundation. They have to be. And so I kind of feel like what we're doing collectively is we're kind of one by one, like the relationships that haven't been built on solid foundations, those one by one are being removed from our lives. Okay, we got to thank the eclipse season for that. If it ain't built on a solid foundation, they got to go, whatever it is. And eclipse energy lasts for about 6 months. So for the next 6 months, you're going to be experiencing all these, various shifts and changes if you haven't already, gone through that. But here it feels very much like an assessment of the effort from the other people. It's like you're assessing, because I see it right here, because it's being illuminated to you. And at one point it might have been, like I said, it might have been really confusing. And again, with Neptune being retrograde, people are kind of showing their ass right now. Honestly, for me, the last half of the year for me is always the best, regardless of whatever is happening. Because I know when Neptune goes retrograde, I'm going to actually see some shit for what it really is. I'm not going to gaslight my intuition. I'm going to see it for what it is. I'm going to call that shit out, right? So from now to the end of the year, because again, we're all on different timelines. And I know, because I read the comments, I know that some of you are thinking of, some of y'all think of like really specific relationships. And I'm not talking about, this does not feel like something that you've already walked away from. This feels like something that you are currently experiencing. There's something in your life that you are currently experiencing. Again, go back into time, look at 2006, 2007, 2016, 2017, and look at whatever it was you were experiencing back then to see if there's anything familiar in that energy now, okay? So that you can make the moves that you need to make accordingly. But here, it feels like an assessment of what you have been experiencing and what is being illuminated to you about the people that are around you. It's kind of like folks that show up and they're like, rah, rah, I got love for you, but they don't actually show up for you the way that rah, rah, I got love for you is supposed to. Because I don't actually see any action. Like, I see you here, but I see all these other energies that are around you that are not actually showing up the way that you show up. Not actually taking action to create the foundation. And so I feel like there is some type of revelation. And you may even know it intuitively without, like I said, there are a lot of feelings here. And it's going to be really important that you learn to kind of extract the feelings from the situation. And so that you can focus on this logically. Yes, look at that. Okay, somebody here is going to have to make a really tough decision. And this feels like someone who is potentially burying their head in the sand. On one hand, when I say this is interesting energy, this is interesting energy. On one hand, you're dealing with a situation that is, could be connected to a past life. It could be, this could be relationships or people that you've been connected to for, all of your life, most of your life. You've got fun, at one point, there could have been good times, but when you think back to maybe this one specific person, there's some things that ain't so fond about those memories. There's so much out here, child. And on the other side, this feels like either way you're grappling with this situation from the past, but I feel like you're also very hopeful for something different, something new. And I think one of the things that you are maybe having some issues with is, I feel like you're being offered an opportunity. There is something here that I think you will really like it. I think you will really like it. But it's going to require you to make a decision that I think you don't want to have to make. You don't want to have to make it. So something's being illuminated to you about something that you did not know previously. If this is tied to a relationship, like a specific relationship, even if it's a romantic relationship, if this is connected to a romantic relationship, it's really interesting because it feels like, I was gonna say like the masculine energy was coming across as like really selfish. It's like this masculine energy coming across as really selfish and hoping that you don't, it's like hoping that you don't know the difference. Okay, because the example that I'm being given, it's like, if I just give you crumbs, if I keep giving you crumbs, then you won't actually know that I have the capacity to do more. But if I make you feel like this is all I'm capable of, or this is all you are deserving of, then you'll accept the crumbs that I give you. Does that make sense? I hope I'm saying that correctly. I'm like, it feels like it should make sense. So if I give you crumbs, and you don't know any better, then you'll just think that the crumbs that I'm giving you is all you deserve. Okay, that's what it is. But the problem with that is it makes you feel like there's something in that energy that comes across as very imbalanced, and it makes you feel off center. It makes you feel off center. Now, part of this decision for somebody, it's kind of like, do you stay? Again, I don't have the Two of Wands out here, but this is about a relationship, and this over here is like, okay, do I stay in this relationship environment, in this home, knowing that there is an element here of just unhappiness? Now, the other side of this, I have an energy here of a masculine who, and it's centered around a masculine energy. Of course, it could be a woman too, whatever. But I have the energy of somebody here trying to knock you off your square. So, and I see you over here independent. You're doing well, right? You're doing like on your own. You have the capacity to do big things. But I have an energy of a masculine, almost like this energy almost feels like here's the momentum, but then you got somebody that just jumps right in front of the momentum in order to like I'm seeing like this big pushback. It's like a giant hand. It's like this big pushback. Not so fast. Not so fast. I'm like, what is this? I don't know what this is. Oh. Yeah. So, Okay, I said it before these cards even fell out. It's like you are, this is weird, because there's an energy out here of a masculine, like literally trying to like slow you down. You're on a trajectory moving towards something, and you've been working very hard at it, whatever this is. But there's an energy of somebody here not wanting you to be successful. They don't want you to be successful. Now, and that's even weird to say, like being connected to people who don't want you to be successful. Now, if you are connected with people who don't want you to be successful, the reason why is because they're jealous of you. They're jealous of you. Now, again, when I said there is contemplation going on over here, because even though you're essentially kind of free to go, at the top there's this really interesting energy of confusion. Now I'm like, this is you. All of this over here is you. It just keeps coming back to this. It's connected to this masculine energy. And I feel like you're being presented with something else, like a new offer. You're being presented with a new opportunity. But in order for you to take on this new opportunity, and traditionally the Four of Cups talks about like being bored and all that, but the imagery of this card is telling me the person is not looking at those cups from the past. They're not focusing on it. They're actually focused on the new cup. They're focused on the new cup, but there's this weird energy over here about wanting, like you want to take action towards it because you know that it's going to be something that you intuitively know that this thing that's being offered to you is going to be a good thing. But on the backside, there may be, remember I said over here, these are all connected. Remember when I said over here, this masculine energy wanted to give you crumbs, because if I give you crumbs, then you will believe that that is all you are deserving of, just these crumbs. Put that in the back of your head, okay? Because over here, there is this energy of there's something, this could be a triggering memory from the past. Again, because I feel like there's a lesson being handed to you right now in this experience with whatever this new opportunity is. Because again, I said this, there's a masculine energy over here, and again, it could be a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter. There's an energy over here that's trying to like minimize your potential. Make it so that you don't actually take the action to continue to soar. It's like, it almost feels like, now this energy here also feels like somebody not, like this is you pouring into all the things that you do, and then here it feels like whoever this person is that you're connecting to, like they don't want you to be seen, because if you're seen, child, I had a conversation about this morning with somebody. If this person, if you become, I don't know what you do, like because this section here kind of gives me, you could be on social media, you could have a platform, you could have a channel, like whatever content creator, you could whatever. But this almost feels like somebody trying to undermine all of the work that you've been doing. Like, you're slow and steady wins the race, you know what I'm saying? You're doing that. You're doing exactly what you need to be doing. I think because your back is turned, like your head is turned, so you don't actually see all of this stuff that's kind of going on in the background. You don't actually see that. But the energy that I'm getting from right here is somebody sees your potential, and the energy around this feels very much like, how do I It's like bringing you down a couple of notches. How do I bring the collective down a couple of notches so that they are not seen? Because if they are seen, this is weird because I don't know, it's like they don't want you to get too far ahead of them or something like that. I don't know what this is. But I feel the biggest lesson here is like the pondering of you being connected to this masculine energy or feminine, whatever, distorted, either way. Or you choosing to extract yourself from like an environment that doesn't support you emotionally. It doesn't provide the kind of emotional stability. Like the actions don't align with the words. So even if you got somebody in your ear telling you, you know, oh, I love you and you're the bomb and you're this and you're that, their actions don't actually say that. Their actions say something completely different. And this energy all feels like somebody trying to undermine the amount of work and effort that you put into whatever it is that you do. I see it. It also gives an energy of like, it's funny, I was just talking about being shadow banned earlier. That I kind of see that out here too. Because it's like somebody doesn't want, this is you. They don't want you to be seen the way, like, my nose running. They don't want you to be seen in the way that you're meant to be seen. They don't want you to be seen, or if they don't want you to be seen in a different way. It's almost like somebody, okay, thank you, Spirit. I was like, ooh, where are we going? In the center, we have somebody here who's trying to control the narrative of how you're being seen. Yes. Somebody here is trying to change the narrative of how you're being seen. And they don't want you to be seen as the rising star that you are. I don't know what you do. They don't want you to be seen in the light that you're in or the light that you carry. Okay. Damn. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. I do have counterparts out here. The masculine energy, however, is in the reverse. Now, okay. So at the center, there's something coming undone. Now, I also know too, with every ending comes a new beginning. One door closes, another door opens, right? So potentially there is something coming out, some kind of truth, or someone is getting clarity about the same man. This is in the same line. Whatever this man, there's this masculine energy that may be trying to hide something that they may have invested effort into. I just keep getting shadow banned, child. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but I don't know how that relates to you. But here's the clarity. And this is somebody here. You're going to have to make some decisions. Feminine. I don't know who this is for you. It is connected to a family dynamic or family experience. And I think what you're going to recognize too, this is no new cycle. This isn't a learned experience. Something from the past that doesn't leave you with fond memories. This is the unhappiness. This is the poor investment. This is a lack of... Oh, shit. Okay, so here's the other thing. So down here, this is an energy of... Remember when I talked about, I think I talked about in one of the last couple of readings where we talk about, now this is more geared around a masculine in his perception. I think I said it in one of the other videos, like there was a masculine who made decisions, but his decision was based on like the person that he chose. They look good on paper, right? So he made another choice. This is not that. I don't think that this is the same story. But there is a masculine out here who is like they do things for optics. They do things for the optics of how it looks. So even if this man was not happy in the relationship that he was in, he almost like plays, he might, even if he was unhappy, it almost like he plays the part. He plays the role of whatever his role is, right? Like everything's fine. And the truth is, it feels like there's been some type of betrayal that's coming. There's some betrayal here that is coming out. There is a betrayal that is definitely coming out. But I'm going to go back up here to this divine feminine energy. You're going to be fine. If this is you and something that you're going through right now, you're going to be fine. But this feels like the energy, that something that's been hiding. This is something that's been hiding. This is clarity around some type of betrayal or backstabbing. Wow. It's interesting how these line up. So, again, remember I said at the top of the reading, I was like, you're gonna, like, something's being illuminated to you right now about, like, the people in your camp, the people that are around you, the way that you show up for folks, the way that they don't actually show up for you in the same way. And at this point, I feel like this is you. Like at one point, this person I could see it in both ways. Like this could be this masculine up here, this selfish person that was breadcrumbing you. This could be them withholding, like they are withholding because they're breadcrumbing. So they're withholding because they're obviously, I don't know. I'm like, I don't necessarily see like third party energy out here. I don't, honestly, I don't see third party energy out here anywhere, to be honest. But it kind of looks like, this just looks like somebody who's just not putting in the kind of effort that they could be. And for you, it's the same energy. It's like, maybe I'm talking to somebody here who's like really focused like on their career and their financial independence, but not overly focused on the relationship, maybe? I don't know. Because this here feels like I'm not. It's weird because on one end it's like this is not the relationship coming to an end, or at least there's no change here. But then on this side it's kind of like I'm not gonna keep putting in effort. This is weird. I'm really confused here. Because this is overthinking and this is a lack of patience. Or it's weird because on one hand I see somebody who doesn't really have patience it's like you're not putting in effort, but even in not putting in effort, they lack the patience. It's like planting a seed and then watering it once. And then staring at the dirt and expecting it to grow because you're staring at the dirt. This is a weird energy. I don't even know how to describe it. Because staring at the dirt isn't going to make it grow any faster. You have to continue pouring into it. But then it definitely feels like somebody has stopped pouring into it. Yeah, same energy. This person has stopped pouring into it. While this feminine energy continues. And it doesn't appear to be blossoming. And it's not blossoming because there's something that this man is doing. Yeah, and so if you are in a relationship dynamic where there seems to be a lot of conflict, because over here I feel like you're not trying to be in a conflict energy. But I think that this person, what is this? So this person, okay. Because this right here, this is the relationship. And down here, this feels like somebody trying to get out of a nightmare. Somebody who is like really like trying to get themselves out of a situation that is like I said, it's not emotionally supportive to you. Wanting to come out of conflict. But then on this side, you don't necessarily feel valued either. It's like trying to keep hope alive, but it's like you want to turn a corner, you want to go in a new direction, or you do want to start a new cycle. I do believe like you want something different, not like a different person, but maybe within the relationship dynamic, like you want something to be different in the relationship. But this feels like somebody here who just feels alone. And I don't mean alone in a bad way. I don't mean alone in a bad way. Like you just, I heard I could do bad by myself. Like but it's not like, it doesn't feel bad. It just feels like, you know what you're worth. You know what you're worth, and you know your value despite what this man was doing over here. This is the weirdest ass energy. I'm telling you, whoever this masculine is, a masculine energy out here who does not want you to be seen. They don't want you to be seen in the light the light that you deserve to be in. Yes. Oh shit. Oh damn. Well, the moon and the tower in the reverse with the devil. God damn. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. Now I got a lot of people out here. And there is something here. I like that the tower is in reverse though, because it's like, it's a tower there's a change here that's inevitable to happen. And I think that, the moon, while there may be something obstructed from view, the moon also talks about the fear of, your fear of the unknown. And I feel like you're kind of being freed. Because here, this is inside this cage is the Fool. And I have the Fool up here, but in the reverse. Like you have the ability to go and continue your mission with people who actually do support you. There's the Two of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so I'm talking to a feminine today who's got some tough decisions to make. There There's an energy of, I'm just really focused on this masculine energy, because all of the kings that are out here, they're all in reverse, which is definitely not the this is not the same reading that I did yesterday. This is a whole, I don't even know what this is, but I have a masculine out here, and it could be one or it could be three. The only one I don't have out here is the King of Swords or the Emperor, but all of these masculine cards are in the reverse. They're all in the reverse. Your energy is coming up as the Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. But I feel like once you realize, or once you get some clarity around, there's something here that's being hidden. There's something here that's being hidden, and I don't think that this man wants you to know about it. But once you find out, it is definitely going to wreck the relationship. Two of Cups in the reverse with the Ace of Swords. 10 of Swords, 5 of Swords. It's going to wreck a relationship when you find something out. Okay, let me look at the time. Okay, I only got a couple more minutes before I go into session. I'm going to throw a couple of these tea leaves, and then I'm going to see y'all at 4 o'clock. My time, okay? Quill, get back to the basics. Okay. Bull, do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Lily, spiritual love. Ooh. Horseshoe, good luck. Barrel, you feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. Dogs, getting together with friends. An elephant, a long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. Alright, y'all. I'm going to leave it there. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm and get in front of the eyes and you see us the most. If you'd like to book a personal more line with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box. I invite you to join me for a session. Let me know how this resonates for you, because honestly, I don't know what that story is, and I don't know who I'm talking about. So, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in a few hours. Take care. Bye.